let's box out some corners. When I posted the fabric basket, I had somebody ask in the comments about how do you judge how big you want your corners to be boxed out. And I thought, great question, because you do have to think about that. You need to know what you're willing to give up after you've cut something out. And you kind of want to think about it before you cut it out, because you are going to lose some of the square. So I just thought I would show you a couple of different things. This is a boxed out corner, and this was a 1/2 inch. So what you want to think about when you go to box it out is, if you're boxing out a 1/2 inch, that's one side of the seam 1/2 inch. So it's a total of 1 inch. So you double whatever you're going to box. So if you're going to do a 1 inch, that's going to end up at 2 inches. If you're going to do a 2 inch, that's going to end up at 4 inches, give or take, because your seam is in there. So if you have your seam and you're boxing out from the outside of your seam, you're probably going to lose about a 1/2 inch, and it'll be like 3.5 inches instead of 4. It's a lot of math, I know, but it's not really complicated. It's very easy. You just need to know that your pattern includes whatever size square you're going to cut out. And the reason for that is you're going to lose a little bit of your length, but you're also going to lose a little bit of your width. Mostly your width is what you're going to lose. And let me just give you an example. So originally this bag was cut at 5.5 by 7, and I am now at 5 by 4. So this was 5.5. I lost 1.5 inches here, and across the top, I mean on the base, we're just talking about the base, it went from 7 to 5. So I lost a full 2 inches, inch on each side. Okay, so that kind of helps you get in your brain like how you need to think about it. When you go to do this, there are a couple of different ways you can do it, and it's personal preference. I really think what is easiest for you to do. Sometimes with the smaller inside lining, it's easier to do the fingers up in there, make a triangle, and measure and cut that way. And sometimes it's just easier to draw the square. It is great if you have a square ruler. This is a 4.5 by 4.5, and I absolutely love it. I use it all the time. Get you one of those, get you a smaller one, bigger one, like there's a bunch out there. You don't need a template. You know I'm a template girl. I am a template girl. And I see a lot of templates for the boxing out. It's just a square. Like if you want to measure out a 2 inch or 3 inch, just get you one of these because it's all on there. All right, so on this project, I am doing a 2 inch square, which means that's going to become a 4 inch base. Actually, it's going to be a 3.5 because I'm measuring from the outside of the seam. And what I mean by that, and I'm going to see if I can get it up here and show you. If I did the 3 and I did it from outside the seam, you can see my seam is here and I'm measuring from out here. That's where you're going to get your 1/2 inch loss. If I wanted it to be inside the seam, let me get that set up so I can kind of show you before I get it up there. I'm going to do my 3 inch line, which is here, and I'm going to line it up with my already sewn seam. So you can see now that's going to give me the full 3 inch cut, which means that's going to be a 6 inch. I'm really just working with the 2 inch, but the 3 inch is easier for like showing because it's big. Okay, so you could do it either way. I'm going to do it from the outside because I've already cut one and started to do it, and I thought, oh, this is great. Let me just bring you all along and show you what I'm doing. And I am doing this from the outside edge at 2 inches. You just want to square it up. Take your pencil, pen, if you've got one of those heat marking pens. I just like the pencil. It's easy, I can see it. You use whatever makes you happy. And then I'm gonna come over here. And I have some extra batting on the outside of this one, so I'm gonna go in just a little bit, make my 2 inch mark, and cut that out. Now, what I would do is cut this square out, but I want to show you there is another way that you can draw on this mark. You can put your hand up in here. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to put my right hand up in there. Basically, you're just putting your hand in. This is going to be how you're pushing up to the point. And you can either move your tip off to the side, or you can open up your seam and press your seams together. What you're focused on, a couple of things. This is going to be the tip down here. So when you go to measure, you're not measuring out here. You're measuring this. You're making sure that this seam lines up with this seam, and you're feeling in here with your fingers that are in here to make sure that there's no extra folds in your material, nothing's crinkly, everything's going to lay down smooth. And then you're just going to pinch that out and make sure that this, you can feel your seam. Does it feel right? And then because I already have that line drawn, we're just going to kind of show you how that works if you wanted to do it this way. Now, if I wanted to do a 2-inch this way, a couple of things I look for. I use my center seam and I line it up with one of the lines on my ruler. I put it on here and I am gonna go to, oh, I gotta be careful because that has a 1/4 inch on it, so I do gotta use the right side of the ruler. So I'm gonna go 2 inches and I'm just lining up that seam with the line on my ruler. And what I'm looking for is when I'm looking at, it's hard to do. When I'm looking at this, I'm also looking out here on the side. Is that hitting the 2 inches out on this side? Because that's what I want to make sure. And that's hitting a 2 inch out. Just make sure that you're even on both sides, because if you're off, this would be up and you'll just know you're not 2 inches out, 2 inches out, and 2 inches out. So 2, 2, and 2. All 3 spots should be at 2 inches, and you draw your line. My line is already drawn, so we're gonna leave that right there where it is. I guess I could go ahead and put my little line across there. And this is good to point out. The difference here is if I went at the 2 inch, that would be inside the seam line. So it's going to be bigger, and I'm going to draw it just to show you. So this is at 2 inches at my point. My point is touching the 2 inch. I've got 2 inches out here, 2 inches out here, and I'm going to draw this little line across. But I know I want to go at this one, the inside seam. So now you can see the difference if you measure inside your seam, if you go inside your seam, or if you don't, if you go to the outside. So if you go outside, your box corner is going to be a little bit smaller. If you go inside that seam, it's going to be much bigger, 1/2 inch. You're looking at a 1/2 inch. I say much bigger. But that's a lot of space that you're going to lose on the base of your bag. So you want to think about that. The other thing you want to think about when you're boxing out is if you are going to box out and nest your seams. Nesting means one seam is going one direction and the other seam is going the opposite, and they butt up against each other or nest up against each other. If you're going to do that, what you want to think about is the base of your bag, that when you go to box out the other side, if you're laying that to the right, you want to make sure this side is laying to the right. Sometimes if you don't, you'll end up with this going in the opposite direction, and now you have this twist, and you're going to have that in the base when it goes to sit. So it's never going to sit right because you've got that little bump in there. So you want to make sure when you're boxing out that you have that bottom seam going in the same direction on both sides where you're boxing that out. Okay, and then basically all you're going to do is sew over your seam. I always backstitch at where the seam comes together. I backstitch at the beginning, the middle, and the end, and then I do a reinforcement stitch right behind that, just in case it depends what you're going to have in there. If you know you're going to be carrying heavy stuff like for handbags and purses, I will double stitch that because I know I'm probably going to have some weight in there, and you want to know that your seams are going to hold. So basically you're just sewing across that. You can do it that way. You can box it out, like I said, with this way. That's just 2 different ways to box out corners. They turn out exactly the same. And let me just do one for you so you can see. If I do it this way, I'm going to box it out. I just want you to be able to see. It's the same thing, but different. All right, we're going to go across here. Back stitch. Make sure that all the seams are tucked in. across that, and then I'm gonna back stitch over that. And then what I mean by go back over it is one more stitch, and I do it right at about a little less than 1/4 of an inch, pretty close to the previous seam. Okay, so that's one way to do it, okay, with your triangle. And then you cut this off. And you're gonna come in here and you're gonna cut that off. Now on this side, we're gonna cut it. And I'm gonna cut it with the big scissors. Because this is pretty thick. And we'll take these and just cut out the little corner. Okay, and this one, you're matching them up. Now again, I talked about this, so you want to think about this is open. So I'm going to make sure that this seam is open when I match it up over here. We're going to get all those together. Not in there. You're going to go right up against that side seam. Ah, I'm stuck. Get all our threads off of there. They match up perfectly. This just has a little extra on it because I put that extra stitch. So you can kind of see the difference. That's really all it is. They're going to end up the same when you go to turn it, but that's a way that you can do 2 different ways. You can do your boxed corners, and then you want to make sure that you're getting them pushed out. Really get all the little pieces pushed out. And then you have your cute little box corner, and you can see how that lines up. And you can kind of see the importance of making sure that you do line up your seams and you get them close, because it matters. This is what everybody sees on the outside. And that's how you do a box corner. I hope this was helpful. Save, like this, all the things. Share it if you want to share it with a friend. I'm Cassie. This is 62 Handcrafted, and I'll see you soon.